It's time for another frivolous speculation about what games Sony will be releasing with the PSplus Essential and Extra subscriptions in August. Let's start by looking at what we've been given away in August in previous years. Death's Door, Dreams and PGA Tour, 2K23 and 23, Little Nightmares, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2, Cross-Gen Deluxe Bundle, and Yakuza Like a Dragon in 22, Hunter's Arena Legend in 21, Plants vs. Zombies, Battle for Neighborville, Tennis World Tour 2. Looking at these games, you realize that August is a passable month for Sony, and it's hardly worth waiting for something really good, but there were some good indies. In general, I can assume that they can give away, for example, the second part of Little Nightmares. It's an adventure platformer with elements of horror in which you have to play as a boy Mono who got into the world, deformed by the transmission from a distant signal tower. Together with the girl in the yellow cloak from the original game who becomes his guide, Mono tries to uncover the dark secrets of the lighthouse and faces many new threats from the terrible inhabitants of this world. There's also a chance to get something from the Yakuza series, such as Like a Dragon Gaiden the Man Who Erased His Name. This part of the Yakuza series spin-off reveals the events between the 6th and 7th installments of the main franchise. The plot of the game tells the story of Kazuma Kiryu, who faked his death and adopted the alias Joryu to protect his loved ones from danger. One of the key features of this action game is the ability to use various high-tech devices, but nobody forbids to fight with fists and feet either. Another option is Like a Dragon Ishin. This remake of the Yakuza spin-off series in a historical setting takes the player to Japan in 1867 during the Bakumatsu period of turmoil. Familiar-looking characters from Yakuza appear in the game, but they are completely different characters in Ishin. The protagonist has 4 fighting styles and can chop enemies with a katana, shoot them with a pistol, flutter around the arena like a dancer, combine sword and firearms, or just punch them in the face with his bare fists. Now let's take a look at the games that will be released on the same day that PSplus games become available for download. For Essential, it's 6th of August, and there are no games coming out on that day that you'd want to see on a subscription. But for the Essential, it's 20th of August, and Black Myth Wukong and Dustborn are released on that day. Getting Black Myth Wukong into the subscription would be a very cool fit from Sony, proving that they have the resources to add games like this. The game's protagonist, Monkey King Sun Wukong, must face off against enemies known from Chinese mythology and folklore. To do this, she has several types of racks with a variety of blows and abilities that allow her to transform into other creatures. In addition to this, equipment, upgrades, and dodging to avoid damage are available. The likelihood of this game being added to extras is extremely low, but it would be very cool to get it. The Dustborn giveaway, on the other hand, is much more realistic. The protagonist of Dustborn is a rogue named Pax, who has the ability to use words as weapons. In battles, you can use battle cries, and in conversations, thanks to sounds, you can manipulate people and get out of unpleasant situations. Judging by the trailer, the game is steeped in storytelling, and it is usually promoted in every possible way to be trendy and modern, so Dustborn may well get into the PSplus distribution. Now let's see what games were released a year and a half ago, because these are the games that can get into the giveaway according to the documents that were stolen by hackers. Among such projects is Hogwarts Legacy. Personally, I am not enthusiastic about it, although I really like Harry Potter. Nevertheless, it is one of those projects that most people would approve of in a subscription and would gladly pass. It asks the player to set the appearance of their character, choose a faculty at Hogwarts, attend classes at the School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, and explore an open world consisting of locations known from the film. The next project is Wanted Dead. The game is set in a sci-fi version of Hong Kong, and the player takes control of Lieutenant Hannah Stone, the leader of an elite police squad, on a mission to uncover a large corporate conspiracy. The game is very hardcore, but if you get used to the parries, it's generally okay. The player needs to alternate between short-range and long-range weapons to destroy enemies in all available ways, purely on firearms game. It seems to me not to pass. By the way, it has a savory dismemberment and a lot of brutal killings. Also, a year and a half ago, I think Atomic Heart was released. The game, by the way, went straight to Game Pass, and I think its addition to Extra is just a matter of time. Atomic Heart is a first-person action game set in the Soviet Union from an alternate universe, where the country has mastered robotics and produces them by the thousands. However, for some unknown reason, the robots at the 3826 factory malfunctioned and attacked the staff. Controlling Major Sergei Nechayev, the player must sort out what is happening and restore order. I will add one more game to my forecast for this reason, and because it is from Electronic Arts, and their games are often included in PSplus. It's called Wild Hearts. It's something like Monster Hunter, but here the gameplay is more dynamic. Players need to combine different attacks and weapons, performing rapid chains of attacks, and the battle with wild animals is not reduced to simple spellcasting. Monsters perform various attacks, sometimes unexpected, from which you need to either dodge or seek cover among the objects of the environment. Also, a feature is the ability to build small structures that allow the player to climb an inaccessible rock or build a strong wall in the way of a powerful monster attack to cause him huge damage, or climb a self-made peculiar tower to attack enemies from above. And to know which games will be officially added to Essential in August, as well as games that will be added to and removed from the extra catalog, please like the video, press the bell, and turn on all notifications so that you don't miss my new videos.